Hey YouTube, MrRampro here, and we're right in the middle of our Dremel 4000, rotary tool review. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. I just got done talking about the locking thumb switch for your adapter here, and there's also a wrench that comes in your kit to tighten this down. So it's not just done by finger, but there are grips to do it with your finger for really quick attachments. So that's pretty cool. Already talked about the hook. Let's see, I've taken this video a couple of times, so I'm trying to remember where I left off. But let's go ahead. We have the rotary switch here from 5, I don't know if you can see this or not, from 5 all the way up to 35,000 RPM. So that gives you a pretty wide range. Certain things, you don't want to go too quick with. I'm not really sure, as an example, I just turned it on fast and do everything until it messed it up and then try it slower. But that's just my way of doing it. I'm sure that there's some things that will, give you directions or something like that with, hey, don't cut too quick or whatever. You can use common sense with that anyways. I was trying to see what this little clip was here on the bottom. I don't know what this is on the cord here. You do have a clip on the power outlet, so you can clip the power cord back on itself, I guess for storage, ease of use, or clip it back onto another power cord or something like that. So let's go ahead and turn it on so we can hear the sounds throughout, all the positions of the motor. So let's go ahead. Got our on-off switch here. It's just a simple up-down operation. So right now we're on 5,000 RPMs. That's 10,000, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then finally the highest at 35. Go ahead and bring it back down so we can talk about it. During operation, I could let it run for a little bit, but as of right now, I do not feel anything extremely hot or anything weird with it, operating and stuff like that. It seems to really be a smooth running tool. I'll take that off just so we can talk about it, but so far I don't feel any weird hot spots or anything like that. Just checking the cord too, and seems to be working pretty good so far. I mean, I'd love to try it out, and maybe we'll add a part of the video doing some cutting tasks and stuff like that. I do apologize for it being such a long video, but that's pretty much the general of the tool itself. There's a ton of different things you can do with it, and I'll show you the attachment that came with it right here. And it's called I think a sanding or a grinding attachment, or sanding or guide, something like that. Let me see what it says real quick. Yeah, grinding guide, sorry. By attaching this here, you can tell that you still have this exposed, so you would have to put a bit on, your locking pin, and attach this, and this would let it operate like a router. And you could slide it around tables. I'm guessing you can adjust your angle with this here, maybe. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Now you can adjust your depth on here, on the actual slide itself. So you've got it written here in graduated increments. I guess it looks like all the way up to an inch. So you've got a 1/4 of an inch, and then you've got the centimeter side also. So you can measure it out, get the right amount of bit sticking out, or cutting utensil, whatever you want to call it, lock it down, and then now you got full operation on the flat surface. So that's pretty cool. Nice little attachment, really. Not something I would have thought about actually using this thing for, but because it came with it, that's pretty sweet. Take advantage of it. And like I said, there's tons of attachments to this thing. They have all kinds. There's a Dremel video on YouTube that actually talks about all the different attachments they do have. They have drill presses and sanding and saws and all kinds of stuff to attach to this thing here. And this, like I said earlier, this is the most versatile component product that they make, apparently, the 4000. So this has the most attachments and can accept any other attachment from any other tool. And you can see the size. That, I mean, this is pretty much perfect. You want to get a get in there pretty good with a cutting wheel or something like that, I mean, you got the perfect size for the job. So that's pretty cool. I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it. We will go ahead and move on from here, because I know people hate getting bored. I do too, and I'm getting kind of not bored of that, but I'm not using it, and I don't like just sitting here talking about nothing. This is the accessory kit here. So, got a couple of polishing wheels here on the side, some sanding barrels, and here's the attachment that you actually apply the little sanding discs to, or I guess sanding cylinders, however you want to call those. I'm not sure the name. I'm sure I could look at the package and see, but you know what I'm saying. Got a couple of cutting discs here on the side, and another cutting disc. This is like a metal cutting disc here, something like that. These I've used these Dremel reinforced cutting wheels before, and these things are pretty stout. They can cut pretty good, and I was kind of surprised. These are perfect for doing stippling or something like that on knives, and getting down there and just hitting it. And I think on a couple other guys' videos you've seen where they, you know, add stippling or add jimping, I guess is what you call it, on the back of their knives or something like that, adding notches. And you know, as much as I like to mod my stuff, that'll come in really handy. Here's the wrench that I was telling you about that you can take and add right here, or not add, use to tighten down your tool. So you'll put your thumb stud in and then use that to tighten it down. So that's pretty cool. And you've got a polishing compound here, just kind of in this cheap little deal. I'm sure there's another polishing compound out there that's probably a little better than this, but you can put it on your little brush and polish out a knife surface or something like that. So I'm actually probably going to try this. That looks pretty cool. And that's enough for that accessory kit. And I said that accessory kit because we do in fact have the big boy accessory kit. That's right, I was pretty excited about it. This is cool, and now we're starting to get to the fun stuff, because this is going to increase my options tenfold here. So we got a ton of crap we can do now. We have these collets here, we can put our cutting wheels on, and we got drill bits here on the side. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to say Dremel drill bit's any better than another drill bit, but it's there if we need it. Now we've got some sanding stones here that I'm pretty excited about trying to sharpen a couple of knives. If you want to hang on for a second, you remember my cut test video, I used this Gerber Evo, I think the mid-size Evo. Cutting edge was crap, so what we're going to do with it in a second here is try to sharpen this up with a stone. So that'll be pretty cool. I will make it in another part. I do have to go get my safety glasses because, you know, I mean, like I said earlier, I want to use this thing and be safe with it. So yeah, we're going to try to just see what happens. If we tear it up, it's a cheaper knife, and I'm just kind of excited to see what happens with that. We've got on the other side here tons of cutting discs and little sanding utensils and all that kind of stuff. Some more of that polishing compound, little how-to change guide, I guess, and a bunch of other little adapters, sanding bits, all this kind of nonsense. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. We're at 8 minutes and some change, and we'll start the next one. And we'll go ahead and sharpen a knife and add some jimping back here on the back. So hang on, and more coming to you. Thanks.